Hey everybody, Tim Crane here. Today I'm going to talk about a property. This is one of the first few properties that we purchased. And if I was to see this same deal today, I wouldn't buy it. Excuse me. Nice house, there's a deal there, but it's just not the ideal property for me anyway. But I thought it was an awesome deal when I first saw it. Anyway, I saw this house. It was a foreclosure property. They were asking $65,000 for it. This house is like 4,200 square feet, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, brick house with a 2-car garage, a full basement, 2 fireplaces, a sauna in the master bathroom, big back deck, detached workshop. $45,000. I mean, it was awesome, dude. Just awesome deal. Hardwood floors, galley style kitchen, double oven. It's kind of had an older style, kind of almost like a 70s style to it. Huge house. Not a type of house I would want to live in. You know what I'm saying? It was a really nice house. And so we ended up paying full price for this property. We paid $65,000 for it. And we went to the bank and we put down 20%, I believe. We put down almost $10,000. We borrowed $55,500, 10 years at 6%. Our payment $616 a month for 10 years. I got this house. When we got it, I had to do a little bit of work to it. I believe we had to do about $2,000 worth of work. We put a pump in the basement, a bilge pump, and something else. I don't know. But we spent about $2,000 on it. So we were into it for about $12,000. I sold the house for $99,000, and I took $5,000 down. And so for some reason, I don't know why, maybe he negotiated it or something, but instead of paying 10%, this guy was only paying 9.8% on the agreement. He bought the house back in 2008, and he lived in it until 2013. And then he moved out. He just up and moved out one day. He just stopped making payments. About a month or two went by. I sent him a couple notices, tried to get him on the phone. He wouldn't answer. So I went up there to file paperwork to have him evicted. And when they went to file the paperwork, they said nobody lived there. He was gone. And that he had a forwarding address and had the light shut off. And so this guy lived there like 4.5 years, almost 5 years, and he was paying $818 a month. And so when you figure that out, that's about like $45,000 he paid us. And then he just moved out. And to be honest with you, when I went and looked at the house, it was basically in the same condition as when I sold it to him. He didn't do any improvements. He didn't fix it. I mean, he didn't break anything, but he didn't really fix anything either. It was just kind of in the same shape it was in. And so I took the property back after making $45,000 and paying our payment for almost 5 years. I turned around and I sold the house again to somebody else. I sold it to them for $87,000. I took $5,000 down, and his payment $619 a month for 30 years. This guy is going to end up paying us off. But if he didn't, by the time he finished paying us off, it would be $259,000. So you figure the $259 plus the $45 we've already gotten, plus the $5,000 down and the other $5,000 down, and we're talking $315,000 here from a house we bought for $65,000. We put $10,000, $83,000 into. We're getting $315,000 back. So this was a pretty good deal, but it's not my ideal property. Number one, the reason why is because this doesn't fit my business model, which is for every dollar I owe the bank, for every dollar I owe the bank, I have $2 owed to me. And so I bought this house for $65,000 and I sold it for $99,900. That's only a $35,000 profit from my $65,000 investment. Now, to some people, that would be awesome. But to me, it's not. It's too much money invested into one property and not enough return for your investment on the way I do it anyway. And so to me, it's not, I mean, it's a deal I did and I have it now. And I'm glad it's a producing, it produces a profit. And so I'm glad it's an asset that I'm glad I have. But if I had to do it again, I wouldn't have bought it. But anyway, that's the deal on this house. Thanks for watching my videos, guys.